A lot of people say it was a morgue for the old hospital. That's incorrect. Never was a morgue. It was a cafeteria.
McDonough Hall, the residence hall of Plattsburgh State, is infamous for being haunted. So naturally, some ghost busting was in order.
This is a self sensor and it works. You walk around with it, and if you go by a power box or anything with energy, it's gonna obviously go off. But if you go around walking and nothing is around, and you know, the power source or anything, and if it goes off, there's something there.
The Lake City Paranormal Society in Plattsburgh and the Paranormal Investigators of New England are the ones to call if you've got some unwanted guests.
You have one infrared camera up on top, and that's actually facing out to the main lounge here, where we're hoping to capture some activity in the rear of the building. We also have another camera on the window base there facing towards the piano keys. So if we hear any music, or hopefully capture an apparition playing the piano. So that's kind of what we're hoping for with that camera. Just outside of these doors, we have 2 IR cameras facing down the hallways where, once again, we're hoping to capture some sort of phenomenon.
The paranormal investigators are paying special attention to this piano located at the 1st floor of McDonough. A young lady was in here one evening studying for a test when all of a sudden she heard some playing from the piano. She looked over, but no one was there. We didn't find any ghosts that evening, but the mystery still remains to be seen. Lola's Closet is a local boutique that carries the latest fashions all the way from New York City. Camry Church had a passion for fashion, which inspired her to open her own store.
I wanted it to be very girly and sort of soothing colors. I picked the light pink and the green just because I feel like those are really girly colors, and you walk in, and pink also, lots of people, it doesn't matter what your skin tone is, you look good in pink. It really brings out your natural coloring.
You don't have to be a celebrity to afford great style. Cameron goes all the way to New York City to find what's hot in fashion magazines and then brings them to Plattsburgh. The spring fashions are on the rack, so I asked Camry to show me around Lola's Closet to find out what's hot for spring.
A lot of layering is going to be popular, so you take something like this, and then you're going to put a tube top underneath, and lots of detail is going to be very popular. A lot of the brands I carry are in a lot of the magazines, so this bag, for instance, was in this magazine last week. So I try to keep up with the styles. These rings were also in that magazine.
If that's not your style, try something like this.
Like the sailor theme is going to be really big this season, so a lot of the navy and the reds.
Prices range from $20 to $500, but if you're short on cash, you can sign a guest book and you'll be notified of a sale.
I'm trying to carry different price ranges too. For instance, like this jacket is under $100. It's by a company called Tool and then Toolette. So, you know, that's more affordable for college students, high school students.
Designer styles include French Connection, Tool, Nicole Miller, and more. It's truly a girl's best friend. In Plattsburgh, Taylour Scanlin, Newswatch 17.
He explores social taboos to like an extreme extent, but he says, just think about it.
Plattsburgh State students will be performing Edward Albee's provocative play, The Goat or Who is Sylvia? It's about a man's struggle with infidelity and how he fesses up to those who love him the most.
Martin explains to his friend Russ that he is having an affair. Later we find out, you know, who the other woman is.
The Tony-nominated play has only 4 characters, which makes it more strenuous on the actors.
We live this every day, and you start to ask questions about your character that you as someone wouldn't normally ask.
On top of working with only 4 people, the actors had to learn how to walk on a raked stage, which was slanted. The director, Taylour Lynn, said it was no accident.
Things are not right, and that Martin, the central character, and his family is not balanced.
Although this play touches on many social taboos, such as infidelity, homosexuality, and bestiality, Betha Bear says it's so much deeper than that.
It's about acceptance, and if somebody can walk in here and just be like, oh, this whole show is about bestiality, then they're not really looking at the main point of it or being very accepting of any different points of view.
Maria Anderson has been helping out girls in need since high school. Girls who were in need of a fresh new do.
Well, coming to Plattsburgh, like from being far away, you don't really know where salons are, and being a college kid, it's a lot less expensive, but in high school I always went to salons and stuff, but I just started going to Maria and I kept going to her.
The average cost of a highlight costs approximately $65 to $200, but having it done by a non-professional will not only save you time, more importantly, it'll save you money.
I go with the person to go pick up the supplies at the beauty supply store, and where you get it cheaper, and I have a card there so I get a discount. So they pay for that stuff and they pay me, and it works easy that way. Stephanie's hair today cost about $10.
Peter Lott may not be so generous, but still gives affordable haircuts. He started out cutting hair in high school because he wanted to help a few friends.
The place where I used to get my hair cut is in the Bronx, because they're the only good barbershop around, but they were about 25 minutes away from where I live. So when we were younger, we didn't have cars to always get there. So when my friends needed shape-ups, I would give it to them.
Lott aspires to be a professional barber, but for Maria, she would rather keep this as a hobby.
I love it. I enjoy doing it. It's you know, it's honestly kind of therapeutic. It's just, you know, sitting there sort of just like, it's like a goal, it's like doing something, and I really enjoy doing it. It's not a hassle for me at all.
In Plattsburgh, Taylour Scanlin, Newswatch 17. Many have already caught it, and many say they enjoy it. It's the bead bug.
Just an addicting, fun thing to do. It's just absolutely fascinating.
People from all ages come to the Lily Pond jewelry store after hours to learn how to make their own designer jewelry.
You can do projects that take minutes, and you can do projects that take years. So depending on what you're, I mean, you can make a pair of earrings in 10 minutes.
Classes range from beginner, intermediate, to advanced. Laura Tatro was hooked after her first class. She's been coming here for 4 years.
It's a form of relaxation for me. I really like getting out and you know, seeing other people, and I have a lot of fun.
Rosemary Watson, a retired teacher, just started learning to make her own jewelry. She loves how she can make something unique for her to wear.
You're so proud of your work when you're finished. I can't tell you how many times I look at a piece when it's completed, whereas other jewelry, you just put it in the box and you don't look at it again.
So whether you need a relaxing hobby or just an excuse to make something entirely your own, maybe all you need is a bite from the bead bug. In Plattsburgh, Taylour Scanlin, Newswatch 17.